Zionist militia groups began to initiate an insurgency against the British starting around 1944. On February 1st, 1944, one group, known as the Irgun, which had been trained with the British, declared, quote, "There is no longer any armistice between the Jewish people and the British administration and Eretz Israel, which hands our brothers over to Hitler." They demanded the transfer of power to local Jewish authorities. On February 12th, they bombed the British immigration offices in Jerusalem, Tel Aviv, and Haifa. 2 days later, another militia group murdered 2 British police who caught them putting up posters and attempted to arrest them. On February 27th, they bombed income tax offices in the same 3 cities, and another British police officer was killed on March 13th. When a Jewish militia member was killed by police less than a week later, it became near open war with British security, afraid to leave their stations. By March 23rd, the Jewish militia were attacking police stations. These attacks were condemned by the Jewish government officials and the Jewish Agency, who provided assistance to British officials, but the insurrection continued. On November 6, 1944, the British Minister of State, Lord Maine, was assassinated by members of the Lehigh Militia in front of his home. Those involved were caught and executed by Egyptian authorities. At this point, Zionist authorities began to actively work to suppress the Jewish Irgun and Lehigh Militia, both directly and indirectly by providing information to British authorities. But sometimes this information was more self-serving than helpful to the British. A letter from the British High Commissioner of Colonies from March of 1945 read, quote, "Unfortunately, the Jewish Agency's list of so-called terrorists continues to include numerous people who have no terror connections, but politically speaking are undesirable to the Jewish Agency. This adds to the difficulties the police has in separating the sheep from the goats. History is awkward."